frizz bother people a lot. It bothered me. Don't lose sleep over it. Hey loves, welcome back. It's been like 14 months since I started my log, since I installed my log, since I am back on this log journey. I never knew that it's been this long, okay? Though I've been keeping tabs of it, but then there are times that you just, forget, you get engrossed in other things and you forget about what is going on up here. Okay, so there are so many things that I experienced that was more like something that I did completely liked, more like I wasn't really patient with it. But I know one thing, that if you are expecting something and you know what is going to happen at one point in time, then you are more likely to accept it when it's setting, and you are more likely to be patient with it as time goes on. The first expectation is that your locks are going to appear to be growing so slowly. Okay, it will look like, despite all the preparation, the installation, the expectation, the research, and everything that you must have done before you installed your lock, after installation you expect that, oh, this thing is going to start growing, and I'm going to start seeing the length of my locks and all that. It's going to be a shocker if you are totally onto that, because it is not going to happen like that. More because during the first few months of installation, it is not going to appear like that, okay? Especially if you are the type that your hair does not grow that fast, okay? That's one of the things that you should put into consideration. Even those that their hair grow that fast, it's still not going to appear as if your hair is growing so fast, okay? So that is one of the shocker that I experienced when I started. Then the second thing that you should be expecting is shrinkage, okay? Shrinkage. This happens to every type of hair, every method of installation, every starter lock that you started. It happens to everybody. It is just that the degree at which your hair is going to shrink is going to be different from one person to another. It's not going to be the same for everybody. Of course, I expect that you would have gotten to know your type of hair. You would have profiled your hair type and everything, about your hair. These are the things that you should do, and if you do it, then your expectation is not going to come short, okay? If should anything happen that you feel, this is not happening this way, then maybe then it will be a cause for concern, okay? As a matter of fact, I would advise that you lose no sleep over shrinkage, because it's going to happen anyway. So don't lose sleep over it. Expect it and be patient with it, okay? The third expectation should be frizz. Frizzle hair, frizz all over the place. These are the strands that are coming out of your two-strand twist, braided lock, comb curls that you made, anyhow that you started your lock. You're going to experience frizz, and frizz is expected. Frizz is important. It is important that they come out, because these are the things that are going to end up matting up. They're going to make the strands of locks to appear locked. The more frizz you have, the more your hair is going to appear locked, actually. Of course, frizz bother people a lot. It bothered me until I found out more about it, and I got to know the importance of frizz, the role they play in the locking process. That is why sometimes you see some people's hair within few months into their lock journey, their hair is like 50% locked. That is because the amount of frizz that they had on their hair is so much that at the end of the day it begins to lock up. And this totally depends on your type of locks, on how you started your lock. If you started your locks with braid, you're not going to experience much frizz, within that period, within that 1 year that you started. If you started with two-strand twists and it is done loosely, you're going to experience frizz. If you have silky, soft hair, you're going to experience much frizz. If you have kinky, thick, and dense hair, you will experience frizz, but it might not be as much. as those with other type of hair. Do you get? So it's what you should expect, and it is what your hair needs. The fourth expectation I'll say is your scalp. Your scalp is going to be experiencing a lot of things, like the way you treat it, because you're not going to be able to treat it as much as when your hair was loose. Okay, some strand of your hair had been packed and tied up, and then getting in between the hair is going to be like a little bit difficult. Okay, but you just have to be intentional with the treatment of your scalp. You got to know how often that you should oil your scalp, how often that you should clean your scalp, how often that you should treat your scalp with tender loving care. Okay, massage your scalp. Okay, because all this, if you don't get to do it, your scalp is going to be displaying some kind of attitude that you might not like. But if you are the type that had already understood the way your scalp is, then it might not be a problem to you. Okay, right from time when my hair was loose natural, I usually experience dryness on my scalp. All right, for those people that love to carry hairstyle for a long time, for that long period of time, they don't get to oil their hair. This kind of makes the scalp to become dry, and then it becomes flaky, and then you see these white substances, white flakes all over the place. If you are the type that such thing happens to, when you start your lock journey, within that period, you need to be conscious of that, so that you don't experience unnecessary stress. Because dandruff is a thing in the lock community. It's a thing, but you got to know the type of scalp that you have. Okay, so if the flakes from dandruffs get to enter your locks within this period, your hair is going to look quite undesirable, unattractive, and you might start to have doubts like, what's going on, what am I supposed to do, and all that. So be conscious of how your scalp is and treat it accordingly, so that you can enjoy the journey. Number 5 things to expect within the 1 year of your lock journey is your confidence level. Like, I experienced a plummet in my confidence level, because I am the type of person that I love to have my hair well smoothed, what's that? To pack my hair all the way to the back with ponytail, everything sleek down and snatched. Okay, so you can imagine the kind of thing that I experienced when I started my lock. And for your information, I started with short hair, so I could not pack my hair, I could not sleek it down. I was having frizz all over the place, I couldn't gel anything. So it was more like, what is going on? And I felt lost somehow. I didn't really know how to go about it. So it took me a while for me to begin to have confidence in the way my hair looks. Then you'll be dealing with your natural hair, and your natural hair is not as sleek as permed hair. Okay, this is something that you have to be prepared for. Your hair is not going to always look snatched and put together. So whenever you retire your locks, this is the time for you to take advantage of that period, because that is when you begin to look brand new. Okay, you pack the hair neatly. It's going to be like that for a couple of weeks before the new growth starts to come out again, and then it starts to look rough all over again. But it is a matter of acceptance. Okay, then another thing you should do to boost your confidence during this period is for you to take better care of other parts of your body. Let your dressing be attractive enough, wear the color that suits you the best, and then use accessories. This is another thing that you don't want to overlook. If you work in a corporate environment, you want to make sure that you use accessories that is going to divert attention away from the way your locks are appearing to people. Use scarf, head coverage, something to like just draw attention away from your lock. All right, try as much as possible to boost your confidence, because it is going to be for a short while. After your hair starts to lock up, the frizz is going to come down, the neatness is going to improve, then you're going to get better at keeping your hair neat and clean. Okay, Number 6 thing to expect is doubt. You're going to begin to doubt whether you're doing the right thing, whether you should lose your lock or not. Okay, but as for me, when doubt set in, what I did was to weigh the struggle I had with loose natural and palmed hair to the struggle that I started having in the lock journey. Okay, when I weighed the two, I realized that I think I want to stick with this. Okay, and just roll with it and see how it comes out. One thing that I have come to realize is that whether you're carrying micro locks or you're carrying traditional locks, at a point in your lock journey, it's all going to turn out well. It's all going to come out looking much more better than you started with. Okay, as you begin to experience so many things, adjusting to the new things that are coming your way, to the changes that are coming your way, you're going to be getting better at managing it. You're going to be getting better at getting used to it, at becoming used to it, and the doubts is going to come down. The moment that you begin to see other people with locks, how they are doing it, how it looks on them, how they are managing it and carrying it, all these are the things that are going to begin boost your confidence and remove doubt from your mind. Okay, so guys, this is just like straight to the point. I hope that you grab one or two things. Enjoy your lock journey. Thank you for tuning in once again. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.